Barrett's going to talk. She is the guru, along with Casey, instructors of the gerontology program.
Guru. I feel like I have to sit on the floor with my legs crossed or something. Guru.
So she's going to talk a little bit about the gerontology program, which is in our department, the FCS department.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, everybody. We were just talking about the fact that she was like, yeah, you know, it's April, and I think we all kind of have senioritis.
Oh, they do.
I'm like, if you guys don't think that we get senioritis too, let me tell you, we just have it every single year after year. So things are going to be a couple of minutes. We're trying to just let people know about the fact that we exist. Any idea what gerontology is?
The study of elderly people?
Nice. So I like to tell people though that gerontology is not just the study of like those old people, and I can explain because he's my campus spouse, so I can make fun of him as much as possible. He's actually also an instructor in our program, so he's the guru, really.
Not anymore.
I'm just the spokesperson. Are we getting divorced? Sorry.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not just the study of older people, it's the study of us, actually. And a lot of us don't like to think about the fact that the decisions we make today are going to affect the kinds of lives that we're able to have when we're 70, 80, 90, maybe 100. There's no wood to knock on, but okay. So that's who we are. And I just wanted to share with you the programs that we have, just so you know that they're out there, even though I know a lot of you are right on that edge of like being out of here for good. But we do have a new minor, a certificate, and also a master's. And I'll tell you what those entail. But before I do, I want to just say, this is so important to know something, especially in your field, because a lot of consumer affairs issues that you've talked about really affect older adults. So hopefully this is not surprising to you that 1 in every 5 Americans is going to be over the age of 65 by the year 2030. So again, that's in 14 years, 20% of our population in this country are going to be over 65. So I like to tell people, I don't care what career you're going into, what major you are, you will in some way be working with older adults, in some sense. I even tell that to the people studying child development, because guess what? Grandparents are raising their grandkids more and more, so it's out there. So I really encourage students that in some way get some sort of education about older adults, whether it's taking one class like you're going to be taking in the fall, or if it's maybe looking into a minor or a certificate or even the master's. It's such a smart thing. This is your time, especially in college, to fill your toolkit with as many things as possible. Because when you get out of here, you're going to be competing with all of the other people trying to get jobs out in your field. So to have like that little something extra to make you stand out is such a good idea. And again, given our demographics, this is a really good way to go. So what are some of the opportunities? I mentioned the minor that was just passed last week. It finally got the final stamp of approval. So it's a 15-unit minor. There are 3 required classes, one of which is Gero 400, which we were just talking about. We also are designing a brand new class called Gero 200, The Journey of Aging. And Casey, I really want to change the title of this to The Journey of Aging, Don't Stop Believing. That's my Thank God you guys are old enough to get that. Some of the students I talk about look at me like, they have no idea. And then we also have an internship in Gero, but the cool thing is that for many majors, if you have an internship for your major, we can double count classes. And that actually goes for all of our programs. We can double count classes that maybe you took for a GE or you took for your major. We can do that. And then there are 2 electives, and I'm going to show you part of a list in a minute of all the different kinds of electives that we have. Any questions about the minor? Not so far. One of the things we love to do in our program is we love to see you in the classroom, but we love to get you out of the classroom, into the community. So this is a picture. We had a collaboration with a group called the California Commission on Aging, and these are people who are appointed by the governor of California to kind of serve as his advisory board about all things older adults. So this very prestigious group, this commission, invited some of our students to come and give testimony about issues that are important to them about older adults. So this is a group of us. They were so excited. The ones with the certificates are the students, and then the other ones are the commissioners. And they were so nervous, but they were so proud of the fact that they did a formal presentation in front of this group. So this is one of the very many examples of ways that we try to get people out into the community. That person got confused because they didn't see their normal professor here. Like, oh, I think I'm in the wrong room. Okay, so then we also have a certificate, and the certificate can be taken while you're doing your bachelor's or after as a post-bac. It's 24 units, so it's a little bit more intense. We have 5 required classes that are listed here, not yet, that are listed here. And you'll notice, and one of the reasons I love this field, because my training, my master's and PhD are in social work, but I love Gero because it's so multidisciplinary. We work with consumer affairs, we work with nutrition, we work with people all over campus. So the list of classes that you see, they're from kind of all over campus. And that's, I think, the real beauty of our program, is we're looking at aging from a lot of different perspectives. So that's the reason behind this kind of mishmash of classes. We still have the internship, and then you choose 9 units out of a long list of electives. And these are just a few examples of the electives. So death and dying is your thing, which you look pretty excited about it. That's a class. There's estate planning. There's leisure counseling. There's all sorts of things. I think also there's a couple of CAF classes, I think, on the list as well. So those are all the different electives that you can choose from. Any questions about that? So some of you are thinking like, okay, you know, I know that I'm going to be graduating with my bachelor's and I want to go on to get something different, but I'm not sure I'm quite ready for a master's program. A certificate could be the way to go. A lot of students who come back as a post-bac can do this in 2 to 3 semesters. 2 if they can do a summer. And again, we can count stuff from different things. So something to think about. And then just to let you know what's out there, and again, in case you want to continue on with your education, we do have a master's degree. It's about 36, or it is 36 units. We emphasize more research and leadership skills. And then people usually ask, well, what kind of job can I get with a master's? So I did a little survey of some of our alum, and these are the kinds of things they're doing. They're working in research groups. They're working for nonprofits like the Alzheimer's Association. They are working in kind of your senior centers, assisted living. They're even starting their own businesses. So there's a range of things that people can do with the degree. So I mentioned before that one of the things we love to do in our program is get everybody out of the classroom and into the real world. The other thing that is one of our big focus points is global aging. And so we work a lot with collaborations with people from around the world. Casey and I are teaching a class right now called Global Aging, and we teach it online, synchronous. So everybody, tonight, actually at 6 o'clock, everybody will log in at the same time, and sometimes our international partners can log in with us. So I might be lecturing about something or other in a country, and then the person from the Netherlands will be like, oh, that's interesting. It's totally not the way we do it in the Netherlands. Or the person from Taiwan will say, you know, that sounds familiar from what you guys do there to what we do. So it's pretty cool. This was at a conference in March, and some of our students actually got the chance to meet these international partners that they had been emailing back and forth all semester. So global perspectives is a huge part of what we do. So I will emphasize again, whether or not you decide to join our crazy Gero family in some capacity, I highly encourage you to try to squeeze in a class in this field. I think that it will give you a lot of perspective about the people that you will probably be working with in the future. And again, it'll give you that little extra something to put on your resume when you're out there looking for your jobs. So we do have to update our pictures, Casey. It's a little different.
We got to add the purple, right?
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe we can just color it in on the.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can,
So
yeah.
anyway, that's the way to reach me. Please feel free, if you have any questions, to email me. I'm around all the time. I'm on email even more. And so we would love to have you just even explore if this could work for your degree, or just tell friends about it who maybe think might be interested. And it'll be fun to see you in Gero 400. Anybody have any questions?
I do.
Yeah.
So if they have a bachelor's degree in consumer affairs
Yeah.
and want to apply for a master's in this area,
Mhm.
is it okay that they don't have any gerontology coursework? They can still
Absolutely.
apply
Absolutely.
and have a chance of being accepted.
The cool thing about our master's program is I would say our students, first of all, age and rage, oh my gosh, range in age.
It's the purple
from-
hair.
No, we don't rage, really, we don't. We're a very cool group. You have to have a lot of humor in this field too, that's the great thing. But the ages range from, I'd say mid-20s up to mid-60s. So we have some students in our master's program who just graduated and are kind of going straight through for their master's. And then we have other students, and Casey actually is an alum of our program, who have had careers in sometimes wildly different things. Casey used to work for Hugh Hefner running Playboy clubs.
Oh, I wish you
I
did.
kid you not. That's just one of his great stories. Just one. But he came back after he retired.
I survived that
Of course,
experience,
you're
yeah,
right.
it was,
So he retired from that, restaurant management and all this other stuff, and he came back and got his master's in gerontology, and then got another master's in educational technology, just because he wanted to be Master Casey, and now he's teaching with us. So, you don't have to have a background at all. Yeah. Cool. Well, good luck with the rest of the semester, and again, contact me if you have any questions at all. Happy to chat with you. Do you have any questions for Casey? He's been through the program, he teaches with us. You want to tell him anything else?
actually, I'm only 27. It's been a really tough life.
And I'm 72, so. We actually do that, we mess with our students. So if we do this to you, I apologize now, you'll know, but we'll come into the room and I'll introduce myself using his bio, so I already told you some of it. So, I have a master's degree in technology, and I've worked in the restaurant business, and I used to work for Hugh Hefner, and blah, blah, blah. And then he'll stand up there and say, I have my PhD from UCLA, and I've been teaching here for 9 years, and blah, blah, blah. And the students just kind of like, oh, that's nice. And then we say, okay, well, we lied to you. On the very first day of class, we lied to you already. And what? I said, I just described him, and he just described me. And the students are like, wait. He worked for Hugh Hefner, and you're the PhD, and he's the technology guy? We're like, uh-huh. So we're like, see, we're busting stereotypes on the very first day of class. So we like to mess with our students, and we have a lot of fun in our program. So come join us if you can. But if you're really like 1 foot out of here, which looks like some of you might be, then congratulations, and good luck for the rest of your time here.
All right.